morning to you, Africa, and thank you for joining us. You are watching the news on African Free Press Television. My name is Bridget Okudili with the news updates. Former President Goodluck Jonathan emerged the African Leadership Magazine Person of the Year 2015 ahead of many other high-profile nominees drawn from all over Africa. The nominees include Strive Masiyiwa, founder, Econet Wireless, Tony Elumelu, Chairman of Heirs Holding, Mlabo Njuka, Executive Director, UN Women, Akunmi Adesina, President, African Development Bank, Kofi Annan, former UN Secretary General, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, National Leader, All Progressive Congress. The news was communicated to the former president in letters signed by Cletus Watson, former Liberian Pro-Tem Senate President and Chair 2015 African Leadership Person of the Year Selection Committee. He noted that the Selection Committee and the African Leadership Advisory Board placed a very high premium on Jonathan's commitment towards deepening democracy on the African continent. And representatives of the Swiss government are expected in Nigeria on Tuesday to discuss with their Nigerian counterparts the repatriation of another tranche of huge public funds stolen by late head of state Sani Abacha. The delegation will be led by the Swiss Minister for Foreign Affairs Didier Burkhalter, who is expected to meet with Vice President Yemi Osibanjo and the Minister for Foreign Affairs Godfrey Unyama over the repatriation of the $321 million confiscated from the family of late former head of state Sani Abacha. An official of the Swiss Embassy in Nigeria, Pascal Holliger, confirmed the visit to journalists on Monday. But some Swiss and Nigerian civil society groups who got wind of the impending visit dispatched a petition to President Muhammad Buhari, demanding that his government gives assurance that the $321 million that would be returned to Nigeria by the Swiss government would be put to good use. Copies of the petition titled Restitution of Abacha Funds, Swiss and Nigerian NGOs Demand Guarantees was sent to the Minister of Finance Kemi Adeosun and her Foreign Affairs counterpart Godfrey Uyama and the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami. A copy of the petition was also sent to the World Bank Vice President for Africa, Makta Diop, and the Federal Department for Foreign Affairs Office for International Public Law in Bern, Switzerland. Signed by representatives of 8 civil society groups, the petitioners expressed concern that the fund would disappear, just like the repatriated funds by the government of Liechtenstein in 2014 if government did not take steps to guarantee transparency and accountability. The National Executive Committee (NEC) of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has approved a scheduled national convention to hold in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The convention will take place in May 21st, where the tenure of the national chairman, Senator Ali Modu Sharif, will come to an end with the election of new members of the party's National Working Committee. The decision to take the convention to Port Harcourt was part of the resolution reached at the 69th NEC of the party, which took place at its national secretariat in Abuja on Monday. 9 governors, including Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, were in attendance. According to a communique issued at the end of the meeting, signed by Senator Sharif and the National Secretary of the party, Professor Adewale Oladipo, which was read by the National Chairman, the meeting deliberated on critical issues as they related to the party and the nation. The communique indicated that NEC approved the timetable for the party's congresses and national convention, with the congresses commencing on Saturday, April 23rd, and culminating in the national convention on Saturday, May 21st. And meanwhile, a representative of the Attorney General of Federation, Mr. Francis Oyong, and Justice Clara Ogumbiyi of the Supreme Court, who represented the Chief Justice of Nigeria, disagreed on the necessity for the passage of the anti-social media bill being processed by the Senate. While the representative of the AGF opposed the passage of the bill, the Chief Justice of Nigeria threw its weight behind it. Justice Clara Ogumbiyi, who spoke at the one-day public hearing by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, said the proposed frivolous Petitions Bill 2015 was out to suppress the media. The bill is sponsored by the Deputy Senate Majority Leader, Senator Bala Ibn Allah, According to Mr. Oyong, certain provisions in the bill were capable of hindering quality investigation, especially as people living in areas where there were no courts would not be able to swear to affidavits and file petitions. Other stakeholders, including legal practitioners, social media activists, civil society groups, and members of the academic committee who also spoke at the public hearing, rejected the proposed bill, describing it as a ploy to frustrate President Muhammad Buhari's anti-corruption war. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has ordered a former chief of defense staff, Alex Bade, to be remanded at the Kuje maximum prison pending the determination of his bail application on March 10th. Justice Okon Abang gave the ruling on Monday after Mr. Bade was arraigned for alleged fraud relating to the diversion of 3.9 billion naira meant for the purchase of arms for the Nigerian military. Justice Abang struck out the bail application filed by Mr. Bade's counsel Samuel Zibiri on the grounds that it was filed ahead of his client Mr. Bade's arraignment. The judge further ruled that the hearing for Mr. Bade's bail would commence on March 10th, adding that it was important for the application to be determined before the commencement of trial. The judge said the trial of the substantive case bill to commence on March 14 would be on a day-to-day basis. The federal government has ordered full investigation into the cause of the auto crash on Sunday that claimed the lives of the Minister of State for Labour and Employment James Ocholi, his wife, and a son on Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. The Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) has, however, disclosed that preliminary investigation into the incident indicated that the crash was due to tire burst, which led to loss of control and somersaulting of the vehicle. Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Mr. Boboye Oyeyemi, has accordingly ordered a full-scale investigation into the crash to be carried out by FRSC Accident Investigation Team. And meanwhile, on the foreign scene, President Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe recently threatened to punch a reporter to prove that he is still active and fit to rule. This happened while he was responding to a question on whether he was grooming a successor. Recently, the 92-year-old leader, who has been in power since his country gained independence in 1980, said he would celebrate his 100th birthday in office. And meanwhile, world female tennis star Maria Sharapova is presently entangled in a doping scandal, having revealed that she failed a drug test at the last Australian Open. The 28-year-old called an unscheduled press conference in Los Angeles for Monday, where many had tipped the Russian to announce her retirement, but that turned out not to be the case, as the five-time Grand Slam champion instead confirmed that she has tested positive for a banned substance at the first major event of the year. Addressing the media, Sharapova claimed that she had been taking a medicine prescribed by her doctor for the past decade that was not included on the World Anti-Doping Agency's list of performance-enhancing substances. And for more stories, please log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Like our Facebook page at africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at AfricanFreePress. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to join in our discussions at African Free Press Forum. My name is Bridget Ogunleye. Do have a good day.